and welcome back to Reactioncast. It's your host, Jesus, aka Tyrant Dominus, here to give you another movie review. This time around for October, we're going to be talking about Rob Zombie's film, The Munsters. This is a Netflix original. It's a horror comedy film produced, written, and directed by Rob Zombie. So yeah, it's a different, it's a take on the classic show The Munsters. I grew up watching The Munsters, or at least the reruns, and I was subtly excited. If anyone watched my, if anyone saw my reaction, my trailer reaction on either YouTube or TikTok, you can kind of see where my initial thoughts were, to see what this show was going to be. So I was planning on seeing this in cinema, and if they had a special like black and white version or anything, but it came out on Netflix late September, and I just got around to watching it. So my first thoughts: casting at first. For Herman Munster, it took me a little bit, but for Herman, Jeff Daniel Phillips did a good job. It took me a little bit to get used to it, but it grew on me. For Lily, I believe it is Rob Zombie's wife, if I'm correct. Double checking here, but yeah, Sherry Moon Zombie was the. See for a while. What this is gonna bug me if I don't get this right. I think she is. Someone can correct me. Yeah, her husband. Yeah. So the wife of Rob Zombie. She did a really good job playing Lily. It was enjoyable to see her. And then Daniel Roebuck as the Count. Really good, because those are kind of the mainstays that I really, because that's how we were kind of watching for the most part. There's a few other characters, but those are the ones you kind of are acquainted with. The plot of this film, it's pretty like intro, like getting to know a little bit of Transylvania, a little bit of these characters. They're goofy. I'll start by saying that this show is a little bit too colorful, in my opinion. It's very, it's one of the few times I've ever had to say that a film was a little bit too bright. I actually watched a portion of the film, or rewatched the portion of the film in black and white, or in a sense of grayscale, and I actually enjoyed it a little bit better in that filter. But I can see, you got to see how Rob Zombie wanted to display this film. It's a pretty generic film, nothing too crazy. If you understood The Munsters, it's pretty like sitcom-y, pretty simple, some fun jokes, and it's just like Herman getting to know Lily and his in-law, and then just some escapades occur. I would say this is a pretty cheesy film. It's nothing serious. If you've seen some of Rob Zombie's other films, he has some good ones on him that we've seen. Foremost, it's The Devil's Rejects. I know me and my cousin enjoyed watching that. More so than The House of a Thousand Corpses, but The Devil's Rejects is one of our favorite Rob Zombie films. So I was like, for him to do The Munsters, like I was like, how is he gonna do? It's like, how is he gonna do this origin story of these characters, And I think he did a good job. It's funny to see just how they came about, some of these goofy jokes. The soundtrack was pretty good. It was enjoyable. And yeah, but I can see where some people are having some some comments of the film, but it's not like this hype film. It is a very like goofy movie. It's like it's a thrill. It's the Munsters, and I think that's where I see it. It's one of those things where I was like, I generally did not know what to expect. The trailer just kind of gave you kind of a base of the film, and not too much of a plot. You kind of got some semblance, but once you see the film and then you go back a little bit of the trailer, like, okay, this is kind of where this film is going. And I had fun watching it. I wish there was a true black and white option and I didn't have to grayscale my television by itself, because I think I would enjoy the film a little bit more in that. But yeah, so I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give Rob Zombie's The Munsters on Netflix. What is this one? It's not a bad film, but it's not great. It's pretty good here and there depending on your thing, but I'm gonna give this one. You know what? I'm gonna slap something on this. I'm gonna give this one a cheesy 6. It's a cheesy film. If you're into these goofy films and if you like the characters of the Munsters, you'll enjoy having some goofs and gaffs with this one. It's cheesy. Just go with it and just have fun. That's all this film needs to be, and I actually enjoyed it. At one point, we started rewatching this with my mother because she used to watch this show with me and my siblings back in reruns. So it's fun to see them trying to bring back some of these properties back, and to some point, could it have been done better? Sort of, but I think for a film and the way Rob Zombie did it, it's cheesy and funny enough for me. They're like, okay, I like this. I'm happy that this is their like origin, and if there's a Netflix show, all right, we'll see what that entails. But yeah, I had fun. It's fun. Yeah, it's a fun film. That's all I can really say. Cheesy 6 out of 10. Let me know what you guys thought. Did you guys watch, or do you plan on watching Netflix's The Munsters? But yeah, thank you again for watching or listening. Until next time, see ya. See ya. See ya.